Okay, everybody. So it seems like YouTube is limiting the amount of time that I can make videos. So what I'm going to do is hopefully in under about 7 minutes show you how I find stocks to either swing trade or buy options on. Um, so let's get started here. Let's go with finviz.com. It's completely free. You don't have to pay for the subscription service. You can if you'd like. Uh, Next thing we do is we go to groups. We're going to scroll down to the 3-month relative performance. We're going to take the top 3 or 4 sectors here. So we got consumer, industrial, basic materials, tech. 1 month relative performance. Industrials, tech, consumer, basic materials. So 1 week performance, we got industrial, consumer, energy, and financial. Technology lost some of its mojo, and basic materials lost some of its momentum. So going up here, we've got industrials and basic materials on top again. So what we're going to do is from here, we're going to go to the screener. We're going to pick something that was strong for longer periods of time. In this case, not my internet. Right here in the middle, we're going to go to sector. Let's go with the consumer sector. Let's not get too fancy with this. There's plenty of things that you can do to change this around to reduce the number of stocks that pop up. We have 474 right now. I'm going to click on performance and then performance by the quarter. You're going to have to click on it twice so that we get best performer to worst performer. So kind of want to avoid some of these hype stocks. This guy right here, it has done really well over the last quarter, but it has under 1 million volume. If you did purchase something like this, this is the pattern that we want. It's an ascending pattern. It's relatively smooth. I mean, there's some gaps up. There's some bearish engulfing candles. But you want to keep your stop loss at about 5% from the low of the previous day. So let's say you buy in at 7.56 at the open. The low of the previous day was $7, so your stop loss in that scenario would be $6.65. This chart is ugly. I don't like it. That chart is starting to look kind of like a really long bull flag, maybe. I guess that's why I hate patterns. They're very subjective, but it does have support at about $15. But I don't like it right now. And that's one of the beautiful things about FinViz. You don't actually have to go to the chart. You can just hover over it, and it's going to give you what you're looking for. That gap up, I'm a little bit worried about in case it decides to go bearish and fill the gap. And another way that you can kind of quick filter these things is if you look at stocks like this. I mean, it's green all the way across the board. You want to look for reasonable volume. 1 million is good. That's acceptable volume. Let's see. Not a really big fan of this chart. Eventually we'll find us a chart that I like. I don't like the volume on this stock at 271,000, but it is up all the way around. It's up, and my internet is down. Alright, we'll just keep going. Maybe something else will pop up here. That's terrible when your internet's this slow. I don't like that one either. It gaps up and then it starts getting kind of choppy. It's making that overall ascended direction, but I just don't like it. This is a little bit smoother. I do like it a little bit better. I don't know where it's going to go, but I would definitely keep that on my watch list. Don't like that at all. That is a terrible chart. It's not a slow ascending chart. It's a gap up, or well, a very large bullish candle followed by a bearish engulfing looking candle. I just don't like that. Anything about that chart. Would not play that. And it looks like it's one of those hyped up stocks with almost 4 million volume. This one right here looks like it might be trying to form a cup and handle. It would be something that I currently wouldn't even continue to look at. I wouldn't try to determine if it's going to build a handle and go up or not. And then from there, you just have to decide what your risk tolerance is going to be. If you want to try to play options on it, you can get rid of these smaller priced stocks by clicking on the fundamentals tab and sorting it out. You have an array of options here. Finviz is a good place to kind of play around, see kind of like what you think is going to work for you. You can go to the exchange and pick a market to trade in. You can change the market cap. So we could have cut this 474 stocks down to 73 just by changing the market cap to a large market cap. So that's kind of an overview of how I go through to pick stocks to swing trade if I'm doing shares or if I want to consider doing options trades.